Hello and welcome back to this channel. I hope you're having a good day, and in this video we're gonna be exploring Uppsala in Sweden.
Uppsala has a long history that dates back over 1,000 years. It was an important town for Vikings, and today it's also one of the biggest towns of Sweden, mainly known for its big university that was founded in the 15th century. Today we're gonna have a look around, see the main sights of Uppsala and discover what this city is all about. We're starting off this day in Uppsala with a visit to the Uppsala Cathedral. It was built in the 13th century and it's actually the tallest church in all the Nordic countries in Europe. For a long time it was used as the place of coronation for the kings of Sweden. Let's go and have a look inside. I've mentioned in the intro that Uppsala has a long tradition of university, and that can totally be seen by the main university building here, not far from the cathedral at all. As you enter, it feels like a temple or the Ministry of Magic. Once you step inside, I advise you to go up the stairs and have a look around the gallery there. They have some beautiful statues and you get a better look at the roof as well. I'm now at the castle of Uppsala, the former home of the King of Sweden. Now the governor of Uppsala lives here, and there are also two museums in there. It's great to come up here to see the castle and also the view over Uppsala. You see the cathedral from here and the botanical gardens. So that's where I'm gonna go next. Make sure you visit them, they're free to enter. There's also a greenhouse. You do have to pay 50 kronas for that, but all the outside area is free to enter.
Alright, next up I'm visiting Biotopia. It is a permanent exhibition on the biodiversity of Sweden. Along with the museum, there are also some working laboratories in there, but the main focus is on the visitor experience.
It shows you a few different dioramas about the nature surrounding Uppsala. It's quite calming in there and interesting, and on top of that it's also free to enter. Just to give you some background, Carl Linnaeus was a teacher here in Uppsala and he was a famous botanist, and that's part of the reason why here in Uppsala there are so many things about plants and animals.
Alright, and ending my visit to Uppsala there in the center of the city, having a nice stroll around the river and just taking in the calm atmosphere this city has.
It's a very pleasant city, easy to visit from Stockholm as well, only a 30 minutes train ride. I also recommend you to visit Gamla Uppsala, which is just outside of the city. I went to see it the other day, but didn't go there today. It tells you a lot about the Viking history of this place. They've got a museum there and a beautiful outdoor area to walk around. So definitely also go and check that out. Other than that, there are many other museums to explore in the city. You can stay here 2 to 3 days, I would say. And of course, as with every place in Sweden, beautiful nature is not far if you head a bit outside of the city. Hello and welcome back to this channel. I'm having a great time in Sweden. Last week I recorded a video about Uppsala, a wonderful town you shouldn't miss out on. It's only a 40-minute train ride from Stockholm. Go and check out the video if you haven't seen it. Today, however, is about the capital, the big one, it's Stockholm. If it's your first time in Stockholm, this video is for you. I'm gonna show you all the highlights and take you along for the day. Let's get it started. Alright, our first stop in the city is Gamla Stan. This is the old town. It's the medieval part of the city, and this is also where you can see the royal palace. You can see the Museum of the Nobel Prize, and there's some beautiful colorful buildings here. So let's have a look around. Pretty cool thing to come and check out in Old Town is this tiny alleyway. It's called Martin Trotzig's alleyway. Super narrow, and usually it's very crowded, so we were quite lucky to catch it like this. Just a cool thing to come and see. Alright, the weather has really gotten worse, it's raining, but we've come to a very cool viewing platform. It's called Monteliusvägen, something like that. The view is great from here. You see the city hall and all the colorful buildings of Gamla Stan. Definitely come up here. I've written the location down in the description. Now we have to get out of the rain, but the view is great from up here. A super cool thing to do here in the city of Stockholm is to get the ferry across the city. Now, if you have bought a ticket for public transport for the day, you can also use that on the ferry. So we just did that. We took a boat from one of the main islands over here to Gröna Lund. Gröna Lund is the local theme park. Very cool place. They also have live concerts in the summer. I've been there yesterday evening. We're not going there today, but as I said, we took the ferry over. Got some beautiful views. No need to go on a tourist boat. You can just get public transport boats. So it's perfect, really. Overall, it's a beautiful day here in Stockholm. There has been some rain in the afternoon, but overall we were really lucky with the weather. We're back in the hotel after a fantastic day in Stockholm. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is a big city, so you can spend loads of time here. There are many museums we didn't cover at all. As I said, you can spend time at the theme park. You can explore one of the islands nearby. There are many concerts and exciting nightlife. There's so much to do. So we're gonna be spending another day in Stockholm tomorrow. Gonna show you some more things that aren't as touristy and a bit off the beaten path. Hello and welcome back to this channel. I am still in Stockholm for my day 2 of exploring the city. This video is for those people that have already spent a day in Stockholm and are looking for the more hidden gems in the city. So a few things that aren't quite as obvious to see. Now, if you're completely new to the city of Stockholm, I recommend to watch last week's video where we have a look around the city's main sites. That includes the Old Town. We also take a ferry. It's been a great first day, so go ahead and check out that video. Today we're starting it off with a visit to the city library. So let's head inside. So we've come to see something I usually don't see when I visit a city. It's a huge cemetery. This one, I believe, is called Skogskirkogården. This is a very peaceful place, and it has actually been considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site for the setup and the design of the cemetery. It is a super peaceful area, and if you're looking to get a bit out of the city center of Stockholm, this is a very nice place to come to. You can have a walk around, calm down a bit, and just appreciate the beautiful setting of this location. We're gonna continue on having a walk around, and then we'll head back into the city center. We've now come outside of the city to see the castle of Drottningholm. This is the actual residence of the royal family in Sweden. I've heard they only live in the western wing of the building, so the rest is a museum and you can walk around the park. We decided not to go into the museum this time, but we're having a walk around this beautiful garden. There's so much space, so many fountains and statues to see. It's a very calming place to come to. Overall, Stockholm can be a bit chaotic and there's loads going on, but out here it's very peaceful. Took us about 40 minutes to get here by bus and tram.
Back in the city, we made our way to the Royal Garden. This used to be the former hunting grounds of the king. Now it's a wonderful forest area, great for walks, picnics and wildlife spotting.
There is this labyrinth, pretty confusing stuff, but very cool. Again, this is open for everybody. Let's hope we don't get lost.
That is it for our day in Stockholm. As you can see, there's loads to see in this city, even beyond the big sights and the touristy things.
Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today we're in Gothenburg, the second biggest city of Sweden. This is 100% one of the most exciting cities in Sweden. I just haven't filmed here before. Many of the city's landscape is built on hills, and I think we're definitely going to be feeling that throughout the day as we're going to be exploring Gothenburg. So come along and let's see what the city is all about. Now it is a bit rainy today, but it has just cleared, and our first stop of the day is the Masthugget church.
This one was built at the beginning of the 20th century. It is about 60 meters tall and it's built on a hill, so you'll get a great overview of the city. And that's one of the main reasons we came up here, of course. You can see way over to the sea and the harbor area. It's really beautiful. There also aren't any other tourists around due to the weather conditions, so we got it all to ourselves.
So we've come down from the church hill and now we're up yet another one. We're at the Skansen Kronan fortification. This one was used to protect the city and it was kind of built with the foundation of the city in the 17th century. It is mainly the small little castle up here on the hill. I don't think you can go inside, at least it's not open right now, and there are some cannons around. But of course, again, the main thing is the view. You can especially see over the Haga neighborhood. Haga is a very popular neighborhood in Gothenburg, and we're about to head down there. As you enter Haga, there's a sign announcing the neighborhood and what it stands for. Good fika and shopping since 1645. Fika basically means coffee break, where they drink coffee and have their famous cinnamon rolls. I'm sure we're gonna have one of those later on today as well. But now let's head down to Haga and have a look around. The rain is really coming down now in Gothenburg, but what can you do? We're making the best of it. We just went to get some vegetarian burgers.
Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum.
They were delicious. We got them from a food truck called Crave. It was in the Falgatan area. Definitely recommend to try those. Then we went shopping a bit. There's loads of opportunities to go shopping while it's raining. There are many covered areas as well.
Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm
finally, of course, we had to have a fika while we were here in Gothenburg as well. Didn't have the cinnamon rolls this time, but a nice coffee. There are countless locations for a good break throughout your day in Gothenburg. Next up, we're in one of the botanical gardens in Gothenburg. There's also a bigger one outside of the city and then one right in the city center, not far from Central Station at all. It's called Horticultural Society and we're going to the Palm House. In there they've got multiple sections, some dedicated to cacti, others to water lilies. There's a tropical house as well. So there's loads to see and all of it is for free. So absolutely recommend a visit. The building looks beautiful from the outside. Let's head inside. It's really beautiful there in the greenhouse, could spend hours in there, but our time in Gothenburg has come to an end, unfortunately. Of course, there's lots more to see. If you come and visit, I recommend a visit to Liseberg, the amusement park they have in town, go to the harbor, and if you have some extra time, get on a boat, head out to the small islands they have around Gothenburg. I've done that before on another occasion. This time we've just focused on the city. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, I don't know, faster than ever. If I ever lose, I don't know, bigger and